Hi, I'm Nina. I want to tell you about a 3-step formula that works really well to help you ditch the diet roller coaster and finally find peace with food so you can enjoy eating again without guilt or shame and finally feel confident and comfortable in your own skin. Imagine this scenario. You wake up in the morning, and instead of the dread of stepping on the scale, you greet your body with appreciation and curiosity. Food no longer controls your thoughts and you control it. You savor your food guilt-free, knowing that you're making choices that nourish your body and soul. What if you could finally ditch the endless cycle of restrictive diets and binge eating? What if you could say goodbye to the constant body image anxieties and embrace your unique and powerful self? What if you could build a joyful relationship with food and your body, embracing them as partners in your journey and not enemies to be conquered? What if you could end the food fight and stop obsessing about food and weight once and for all? Sounds like a stretch? I get it. I used to be stuck in the same diet drama cycle, constantly obsessed with calories and the number on the scale and hating my reflection in the mirror. Every new diet seemed like it had the promise of the control that I was craving, even though deep down, I knew it was only a temporary fix because it was always followed by the same restriction, then frustration, then feelings of failure, feeling like something was wrong with me that just couldn't be fixed. But then I found a different way. A way of eating and viewing food in my body that actually worked. It wasn't about counting calories or following rigid rules. It was about reconnecting with my body, listening to its wisdom, and relearning my innate, normal relationship with food. You know that feeling of dread before every meal and the anxiety about fitting into certain clothes? And the constant battle between what you should eat and what you actually crave. I felt that too. But now I wake up excited about actually getting to nourish my body and enjoy every bite of food without guilt and embrace my unique shape. The transformation was not an instant miracle. It took dedication, it took practice, and there were a lot of ups and downs. But with each step of the formula, I felt a shift. The rules in my head started to fade, the anxiety eased, and the joy of food returned. It feels like such a weight off my mind to take all the mental bandwidth that I was using to force my body to conform to the external expectations that I internalized and then reallocate that headspace to achieving what I actually want in my life. And now I want to share this powerful formula with you so you can find your own food freedom. Because your life's work is not your body. You are meant for so much more than being a particular size. The thing that got me here is intuitive eating. Every one of us is born knowing how to eat intuitively. When you're born, you simply are. You're not worried about eating if you aren't hungry, and you don't see your body as a problem to be fixed. You don't obsess about calories and macros or the size of your thighs. You are an intuitive being living in the moment, and you intuitively know when and how much to eat for your one and only body. The problem is that there's so much noise all around us that our own wisdom gets lost in the shuffle. We internalize beliefs that are not facts, but that are handed down to us through generations and through deeply rooted cultural expectations. Most of the things we do out of habit. Our habits are formed by our actions are formed by our thoughts, and our thoughts are formed by our beliefs. Our beliefs are formed by all the messages we've absorbed throughout our lifetime. And a lot of the messages are actually bullshit that's been perpetuated over several generations. So let's start right there with the first step, which is ditching the diet mentality. Let me ask you this. Why are you always on a diet? Because you want to be thin? Who said you have to be thin? Like, who made that rule? Where did that belief come from? I know this one is a lot to unpack because societal messages have a lot to do with it, and thin privilege is very real. But you do have a choice. It starts with what you choose to believe. Dieting and diet culture is oppressive. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry that preys on your perceived insecurities about your body and relies on your shame to keep you opening up your wallet and coming back for more. You can work towards honoring body diversity and find validation from within, rather than seeking it from external sources that often perpetuate unrealistic standards of beauty. You can wake up to the fact that with a failure rate as high as diets have been proven to have, there is nothing wrong with you. There is everything wrong with the diet industry. Your body is working the way that it should. This leads us to the next step, reconnecting with your body. Building awareness of internal cues like hunger, fullness, and satisfaction so you can distinguish physical hunger from emotional or external cues to eat. We've all been there, trapped in the Hunger Games of food, where the clock dictates that it's mealtime, the scale is screaming to lose weight, and every other ad is emotionally hijacking your desire to be happy by either showing you some ultra-palatable comfort food or the latest diet trend, both of whom lead you to believe that they hold the shortcut to happiness. But we've already failed so many diet attempts. Then we play mental gymnastics with ourselves, back and forth, until we ultimately come to the conclusion that we're irreversibly broken and unworthy and find ourselves in another forbidden foods binge. But what if the ultimate guide to nourishment wasn't an external rule book at all, but a secret language that's whispered by your own body? Yes, your body is a master communicator, sending out clear signals about what it needs and when. But the thing is that so many years of us outsourcing this wisdom to external sources like calorie charts and food rules and societal expectations have left us deaf to our own body's whispers. So step 2 is all about reclaiming your inner referee. It's time to learn to distinguish the genuine hunger sensations from the emotional echoes and the external noise. Here's how. Number 1 is understanding the hunger hierarchy. So imagine a ladder. At the bottom, nestled comfortably, are your physical hunger cues. Gentle growls, a slight dip in energy, and an emptiness that kind of whispers like, nourishment is needed. And then above them, perched precariously, are the emotional triggers. Stress, boredom, loneliness. These can trigger cravings that mimic hunger, but seek different forms of comfort. And finally, at the top reigns the noise of the outside world. The diet hype, social media comparisons, and even well-meaning advice. They all drown out our inner wisdom. So here's what you can do. The mindful meal experiment. Today, become an observer of your own hunger games. When you feel the urge to eat a food, close your eyes and ask yourself, is this physical hunger? Do I feel a gentle emptiness or a desire for nourishment? Or is this an emotional echo? Am I trying to soothe stress or boredom or sadness with food? Or is this just external noise? Am I wanting to eat because of the clock or because of some diet rule or because of someone else's expectations or simply because food is just right in front of me and available? Listen to your body's answer without judgment. Notice the subtle differences between physical hunger and the imposters. This single act of awareness is the first step to reclaiming your body's inner wisdom. Now, finally, step 3, building a balanced lifestyle. Imagine what it would feel like to almost always be able to eat because your body needs nourishment, not just because the clock struck lunchtime, or because you need a break from whatever you're supposed to be doing, or because someone brought donuts to work. Again, be able to stop eating when you're comfortably full without guilt or the temptation of your half-eaten plate. Be able to recognize and navigate emotional triggers without turning to food for comfort. And develop a deep respect and a trust in your body's inner wisdom. That's the power of reconnecting with your inner food compass. It's about freedom, peace, and building a sustainable relationship with food and your body that lasts a lifetime. What I just gave you is an overview of the exact system I use to break free from diet culture, improve my physical health and my mental health, improve my confidence and my body image, and my relationship with food. And now that you know what to do, I want to show you exactly how to do it. How to break free from the diet cycle, how to make peace with food and your body, how to trust your internal cues for hunger, fullness, and satisfaction, how to gain greater confidence and body image, increase your energy and well-being, and reduce your stress and anxiety. Live a balanced, healthy lifestyle free from food, shame, and guilt, and find greater enjoyment in life. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to download my free app. On my app, I'm building a community of people who want to ditch diets and learn how to trust themselves. The app is free. Joining the community is completely free. I want to see you there right now, and there is zero risk. So what happens when you join the app? I'm going to be launching a beta offer for my course, Nourished First. In my course is where I break down everything step by step so you can start to love your body and actually fuel and nourish it with the foods that your body is supposed to eat without guilt or shame. If you download the app now for free and join the community now for free, you'll be the first to know when my beta offer of the course launches, and you'll be able to receive that course at a discount. It's going to be the first cohort. Everything is going to be done with you in a group program. So there's support, but there's also one-on-one access to me, and there's step-by-step courses, videos, group meetings, every single thing that you need to help to heal your relationship and finally make peace with food. So go ahead and download the app right now. I can't wait to see you there.